A few years ago, the project was a success. The fluorescent lamps were replaced. Energy consumption dropped. The fixtures stayed in service. The client was happy. Everyone moved on to the next project. Then years later, the phone rings. A ballast fails. A fixture goes dark, and suddenly a difficult question appears. Was the original retrofit a mistake? I don't think so. In fact, I think many retrofit projects are facing exactly the opposite reality. In the lighting industry, we often focus on what happens when something fails, but we rarely stop and ask, what did the project achieve before that failure occurred? Many Type A LED retrofit projects have now been operating for 5, 10, or even more years. They delivered real energy savings, they reduced maintenance costs, they extended the life of existing lighting systems, they avoided unnecessary fixture replacement. Those outcomes are real, those benefits were delivered, and those investments paid off. A ballast reaching end of life doesn't erase that success. The most successful retrofit projects don't end after the first upgrade. They create a foundation for future improvements, because when the fixture remains, the upgrade path remains. When the electrical boundary remains, the upgrade path remains. When the infrastructure remains, future options remain. That's what makes an existing retrofit valuable, not because it never changes, but because it can continue to evolve. Today, many lighting systems are entering a second life cycle stage. The first LED upgrade has already happened. The easy energy savings have already been captured. Now building owners face a different question. How do we continue improving the system without starting over? And that's where existing retrofits become important. Because much of the value is still there, the fixtures are still there, the wiring is still there, the installation work is still there, the original investment is still there. The question is no longer, what should be replaced? The question becomes, what should be upgraded next? For many Type A retrofit projects, the first component reaching end of life isn't the LED tube. It's the fluorescent ballast behind it. And that creates an opportunity. Not to abandon the retrofit, not to replace the fixture, not to redesign the entire space, but simply to upgrade the component that is aging. Preserve the fixture, preserve the electrical boundary, preserve the original retrofit investment, then unlock the next stage of performance. Additional energy savings, dimming capability, smart ready controls, future lighting integration, all without replacing the fixture again. The lighting industry spends a lot of time talking about new fixtures, new platforms, new technologies, but sometimes the most valuable asset isn't something new. It's the value that already exists, the trust that was already earned, the investment that was already made, and the infrastructure that is already in place. Because a good retrofit project doesn't end after the first upgrade. It creates the foundation for the next one.
If your lighting system are becoming harder to maintain, you are not alone. Learn a different approach. https://anycast.connextube.com